Hi, it's Darren Bernard. Welcome back to Poor Boys Crafts. Today we're in for a good one. I'm going to make a D&D terrain, an old graveyard, and broken down church. This will be the entrance to our dungeon that we've been building for the last 2 weeks or so, 2 or 3 weeks. So without further ado, we'll get to it. Remember, if you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe, share it to all your friends, and let everybody know what's going on here. Okay, so start off with, I went ahead and got some of my scrap out here. We'll start with the base. I went ahead and graphed it down. Because remember, in D&D, everything graphs on a 1-inch scale. Each 1-inch scale equals out to a 5-foot area. 1 inch equals 5 feet. So this is our bottom. I've taken off the black covering on both sides and grafted it out. This piece here, I believe, is 11 by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sorry, 12 by 11. So, but that is the base of it. Now, we're going to want this to be solid and flat. So what I got is a piece of package board. This came in a TV we got. It's free packaging, so you can find it just about anywhere, but it's pretty thick, pretty steady, and we're going to glue that to the bottom of this. Now, you don't want to put the glue straight to this. You'll put it on the bottom of this. And when you do it with your glue gun, make sure you're on the low setting, because you don't want this glue to be too hot where it melts this other side. So you put that on here. Make sure you go quickly, because you don't want the glue to dry either. All the way around, through all that. Turn it over and set it down. This will hold your foam board flat. And you can do some more in-depth detailing later on. See how flat that is now? You no longer have the curves, and when you glue stuff to it, it ain't going to bow up. Go around it and make sure that sets really good on there. Now, if you have some spots that come up, you can always just put a little bit more glue in there. Just smooth it out, just like that. Hold it down. There we go. And base is done, or at least glued. You got yourself a flat, solid piece to start your terrain. Now, these will be the starting of your church. Set that one aside for right now. We're going to want to do the back part of the church. Now, the church is going to kind of sit over in the corner right here. So we got about 6 spaces to cover. So we're going to want it to be about 6 inches wide. So we'll grab our trusty little ruler here. We know this is a 6-inch ruler, so we can just come along here, grab our pencil, mark it out at 6 inches, come to the top, mark it. Now we're going to need a bigger straight edge to come down it there, put it on there. There we go. Now we'll grab our trusty little razor knife. Remember, kids, have your parents help, because these things are sharp. Be careful at all times. And there we go. Now we got our width. Now we're going to need our height. Now this one I'm going to have 8 inches tall. So I'm going to use my large ruler here at 8 inches. Mark that off. Cut it. There we go. Get that out of the way. Now you know a church is steepled. So being that it's 6 this way, we're going to come up about 4 inches. We're just going to make a little mark at 4 inches on either side. Come across the top. We know this is 6 inches, so we're going to try to find center, which is at 3 inches. And then we're going to come down from the 3-inch mark to the 4-inch mark. Draw a line. Do the same on the other side. And you got your marks. Then we're going to cut them out. There we go. So you have what looks just like that. All right. Now we're going to peel off our backing. Not a good place to start peeling. Get all this backing off of there. Okay, we've got almost it off there. Some of this is still stuck on there, but if you take your knife and just kind of slowly get it under there, it'll come right off of there. I mean, you don't have to get all of it off, because remember, we are going to be painting this back, so just get most of it off so that you can texture it, or, you know, do what needs to be done to it. Okay, got most of it off on both sides. And we get our aluminum ball, because remember, it is a stone church, so we're going to run the ball over the whole thing, front and back. I think it's about time for me to get a new aluminum ball. I'm sliding more on it. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to brick it. I'm going to make the brick lines at a 1/2 inch. I can actually see this one a whole lot better, so I'm going to put this on here. Every 1/2 inch, I'm going to make a brick line. So I'm going to go up to my 4 foot, or 4 inch, sorry. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Then I'm going to set this on a number, don't really matter where, then go up 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. Do the same over on the other side, 1/2 inch each time. And then Just follow it up. Just kept on going until we got the whole side done. I'm going to go ahead and do the back side just like I did the front. Okay, now that we got these all marked in, we're going to now block them. Go in about 3/4 of an inch. And just draw your pencil down, just like that. On your next run, draw a pencil mark in between each pencil mark. Like that. And then just alternate them back and forth. All the way up the line. Okay, there we go. We got her all done there. So one other thing that I'm going to put on here, if you watched my last videos, I made a stained glass window. I'm going to place it in the wall itself. So I'm going to go ahead and mark where I want it. We're not going to place it in yet, but I'm going to go ahead and mark out where I'm going to be placing it. It helps me keep ahead of where I'm going. So I'll go ahead and cut that out. But as I said, we're not going to place it in yet. There we go. Now we're going to make the top, because like I said, this is all stone, and you never have that when you have a roof. So, and this is a dilapidated church, so I'm going to cut out along the top here. Right along the bricks. There we go. Just like that on both sides. To give the dilapidated look. Just like that. There we go. And that'll be the back of our church building. Now we're going to make the sides, which are, I believe they'll be 4 inches tall. Yep. 4 inches on either side. So we'll go ahead and mark it. then cut it. There we go. And let's see, how long do we want it? See, how long do I got here? I got 9 inch, almost 9 inches. So let's make it 4.5. Why not? We'll go 4.5 and 9, just towards the end there. There we go. Sometimes you just do what the paper says. And that works. There we go. Then we'll take all the black off of it, and then we'll brick it up and go from there. Okay. Got the finishing touches on these. Use my ball on them. Got them all textured and done. Now we're going to, just like we made this look rustic and tore down, we're going to do the same to the side walls. Before we do that, all churches have windows in the side. Of course, I ain't going to put no windows in here, but I'm going to put the window holes in there. Windows are all going to be, tore out or what have you. So basically, some long and short of it, some places where windows would have used to have been, kind of tore out, falling down. Just a couple of them on either side. Doesn't have to be perfect. The same thing on the other side. About the same height up, because that's something that they would have made sure of, that it's the same height. There we go. One out. I think I'm about due for a new blade in my knife. There we go. Well, got them cut out, looking nice and new there. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. I bought these at Dollar Tree. $1.25 for brand new blades. Now when you dispose of these blades, it's always best to wrap them in something to make sure that you don't cut yourself. I usually take a piece of foam, stick it down in the foam. That way it's not sticking out in any way. then I throw it away. That way, you don't have to worry about that. Now I got a new blade in my knife. I'm ready to go. Okay, now for the top of this thing to kind of tear it up. I want to take some blocks out of it. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Oh yeah, see how that does? Yep, nice, nice. There we go. Just like that. There we go. Make that look just like that. Beautiful. Now this next side, I'm going to kind of do what I did for the roof. I'm going to do that now. See how I left the window there? That'll give some indication of it, or some neatness to it. Now, where is my, there we go, there's my brush. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just kind of try to smooth down the edges. Give it that weathered look. Now, if it was just simple blocks, I'd put them in my tumbler, but these are a little bit bigger. And I'll show you the tumbler later on, as we will be using it to make blocks for the well. Might be a whole lot easier. There we go. We're going to use this brush. There we go. This brush here ain't the metal brush. It's just a bristle brush. Be able to do up them corners a little bit better. Just kind of take the edges off the corners. That way the edges ain't as pronounced. More beveled than straight cuts. I'm going to do the same to this peak here. Yep. There we go. And now we're ready to glue all these together and put them on here. So, glue right along the bottom. Glue the back first. Like that. There we go. Now decide which side you want for which. I think I'm going to put my little guy here on this side. I'm going to glue up there and along the base. Place him right there. And then the other guy's going to go on the other side. Oh, is it looking sharp? I like the way it looks. I like the way it looks. Beautiful. Beautiful. Turn that around there so you can see that. Look how that looks. Beautiful in there. Looks beautiful there, doesn't it? All right. That's our broken down church. Now, back in the back, we're going to go ahead and right at the base of that, got a little piece here. We're going to measure it out, let's say a 10 by 10, just to go in that corner there, which is a 2 foot or 2 inch by 2 inch square. Go ahead and measure that out. Okay, 2 inch by 2 inch square. Oh, there we go, 26. And pull all the back off there. Then this is going to be our trap door that we want to put in there. Right now we're at about 26 minutes, so this will be part 1. Part 2, we'll finish up the trap door, and then we'll finish up the little extras on the outside. Then we'll paint it and hopefully be done. So I'll see you in part 2. Remember, like, subscribe, and share, and get us out there, all right? Thank you very much. I'll see you in part 2.